Yo, yo, what's the word? What's the word? Monday. Let's get to it. Let's get it. Monday, Tank fought on Saturday. I just gotta say it. Tank is boxing's new dad. Tank is boxing's new dad. Yo, as y'all could tell, as you already know, Tank took the victory on Saturday against Frank Martin. Yo, Tank had his number to the whole fight. Frank Martin was looking like a straight sparring partner, yo. Honestly, before this fight, I didn't know who Frank Martin was. Tank brought the spotlight on him. He's a decent fighter. He's a solid fighter. This dude is 133 pounds, a little dude just beating dudes up, packing dudes up. It was dope. This is where basically where he put him out. Well, he was getting there. It was like the whole fight. Frank Martin was on defense. He hit Tank with a couple good shots. That's why Tank by the end of the fight he had that nice little welt on his face. But for the most part, Tank had his number. The the corners was getting frustrated. Well, Frank Martin's corner was getting frustrated with him the whole fight. They were trying to figure out a plan to get to Tank, and the whole fight it was just they were just on defense. They were trying to he was trying to set up a weak ass counter. He had some weak ass like kind of counter shots or just shots period that I was like, why is he throwing that weak ass shot? Me personally, I think this is what Tank does. Tank just he just makes fighters famous now. He just brings notoriety to these fighters. Nobody knew about this guy Frank Martin now. Now that he fought Tank, he has some type of a pedigree. So people are gonna watch his next fight. Um, you could see Ryan Garcia showed up to the fight wearing a shirt saying Tank's number one fan, and in the back it says "Give me a rematch." Yo, Tank is boxing's dad, bro. He put all these fighters on. The hottest boxer besides Tank right now is who? Ryan Garcia. Why? Because of Tank. Because of Tank. Tank is the new Mayweather, man. He's boxing's new dad. He's the main ticket. This was his seventh consecutive pay per view. His first time at MGM Grand. That's crazy. I didn't never realized that. But he's the big ticket now. If he wasn't already, he's the big ticket. Everybody knows that. My boy had the chrome heart shorts on with the chrome heart boxing boots on, boxing shoes, whatever those are called. He just he just had all the momentum in the world. Everybody expected Tank to win this. Frank Martin, he's dope. He came out with Skilla Baby. He has potential, man. This is what Tank shows that he got boxers in a circle that they have the potential to be something like a Ryan Garcia, and they're not better than Tank, but they're solid boxers that could have a future in boxing. But Tank runs this, so I hope they all send a card or something to Tank because Tank is they Tank is their dad. Tank is all these fighters' dads. I'm telling you, bro. Whoever Tank fights next is basically they're gonna be popular next. This is what Tank does. So he shined the spotlight on Frank Martin, packed him up though, still showing he's the best, putting new fighters on. Like Tank is running boxing right now, hands down. No one more entertaining in the sport right now. It was a good fight. We all knew who was gonna win, but it was still an entertaining fight. Tough finish with the knockout. Tank knocked him out like he was Martin or something, bro. uh, it was crazy. It was he lined it up too perfect. Good fight. I'm anxious to see who Tank fights next. Gonna be another good fight. And yeah, that's my take on that. Okay. House of Dragon. My House of Dragon season 2 episode 1 review. Honestly, I'm still watching. It's not really as interesting as it was before, honestly. I anticipated it, and once I just started watching it, I was just like, this is, I don't know, this ain't it. It's like kind of dragging. Like I thought it was gonna be straight into battle, just talking them into the politics of what happened. Uh, what is it, Rhaenyra? Rhaenyra's just like in mourn of her son. I guess they're just setting up just the future war. What I'm up to is that she wants Aegon. She wants son. The title of the episode is Son for Son, and it's looking like she wants Aegon, who is the king right now. He's sitting on the Iron Throne, and they're kind of showing his day to day of how he's like running things now. It's showing that he's an asshole, of course. Um, it's just pretty much a continuation. It's not really too different as far as the vibe. Pretty much the same vibe of everything. Honestly, they started off a little bit slow for me. They started off slow. I thought they was gonna just get right into action, but they're just pretty much laying down I guess the plot of this season, what to expect as far as story, and they're just I guess laying that down for episode 1, and it's dragging. No pun intended, shit is dragging. So hopefully it picks up. I didn't watch the whole episode. I'm probably missing something, but so far shit is dragging for me. Nothing really just like previous House of Dragons, like nothing is really just popping out. No drama, just nothing shocking. Like they usually hit you with something shocking off the rip. This is just pretty much everything is just like expected. It's a little lackluster for me. Everything, I don't know if the that writing strike or whatever, that Hollywood strike that happened, is looking like it's affecting everything so far. Everything just feels just like just very lackluster. The ending of last season was a shocker, like, and it, it was really like a moment. It was like a big moment. So I thought they was gonna open this one with like straight war. It's like she's being sad. She's like mourning to herself on like she's like doing her own thing and she's mourning. It's a little weird. They're setting up how every character is gonna like the grown children, her children is gonna kind of affect things. They're putting in things. They're putting certain things into play too, as far as who they're kind of plotting, whose spot they're plotting on taking within the the castle within the houses, as far as on the Aegon side and the high towers and all that. So I'm still gonna give it a chance, but so far it wasn't it. It was dragging. I can't stop saying that, and hopefully it picks up for me because I couldn't even get through the episode. I like literally just paused. I was just trying to watch it before this review, and it still didn't catch on to me. Hopefully it does what it needs to do by the next episode. But yeah, that's my take on that. All right, next thing on the docket is Bdott's top 10 rapper list so far for 2024. Bdott got Kendrick at number 1, Drake number 2, Future 3, J. Cole 4, JID 5, Lil Wayne 6, Benny 7, Schoolboy Q 8, Key Glock 9, Glorilla 10. 1 through 4, I agree. Honestly, yeah, 1 through 4, I agree with. 1 through 4, I agree with. Listen, I'm a Drake fan. I'm a Kendrick fan too, but I am a Drake fan over Kendrick. But Kendrick did his thing this year. Kendrick pretty much consensus says that Kendrick Lamar won the battle. According to the numbers, Kendrick won the battle. They Not Like Us is by far the number one song out of that whole situation, and it's the top song. The numbers don't lie, and it says it's the best songs where all the people listen to. It's what everybody deems as the best song out of that whole situation. So Kendrick takes the cake on that. Um, hey, Drake number 2. You rarely see this. You rarely see this, but what happens when you there's a battle between two people, someone becomes number 1 and someone becomes number 2. Future, hey, Future won out the situation. He's easily the third rapper. I take him over Cole. He initiated the battle, and he dropped another album after that first album. He was consistent with what he was doing. So yeah, Future is solid at number 3. Cole is number 4. Listen, Cole was big 3. Cole was big 3. But according due to what happened in the battle, he lost his spot because he bowed out the fight. He backed out the fight, and he pretty much backed out of the big 3 with that, and that allowed Future to take that number 3 spot. So that's pretty accurate. JID, Bdott always champions JID. He always has a good word for JID. I like JID. JID's nice. It's just that he doesn't have anything that just sticks for me. He doesn't have a song that like a go-to song that I can go to all year so far. He doesn't have a song that like a go-to JID song doesn't pop in my head. For all these artists, there's a bunch of songs. Look, you got Kendrick, They Not Like Us. You got Drake. I could go to Family Matters. Future, I could go to Like That. Cole, we could go to First Person Shooter. JID, nothing comes to my head with that. He has that kind of viral song. That's about it, but I don't even know the name of that song. So, but JID keep working. Pretty much, I think he's gonna take Cole's spot, or he'll take Cole's spot eventually if he really stays on his game. He could probably move up to that number 4 spot. He's not on my list, but I see where Bdott is kind of what he's doing with this. Wayne, shout out to Wayne. Wayne really didn't make too much noise for me, honestly. I heard he had a song on Rhapsody's album. It's just not clicking for me. I don't hear it on the airwaves. I don't hear it as trending on YouTube. Like probably like the I don't know when Wayne was on that feature, he was on a roll. He was on the 2 Chains. He was on the Benny projects. It's just nothing is sticking for me now. Like I'm not going back to those Wayne songs right at this moment. at this time in the year, so it didn't really stick for me. None of these songs really stuck for Wayne. So usually Wayne probably puts out something around in summertime or something that sticks, like a hit or something, and nothing's really catching for me. So that's why I said from 5 on he kind of loses me. Benny had that album top of the year, but none of the songs actually became singles, like a lasting single. I don't even remember the last time I listened to a Benny song. Honestly, Benny usually drops those like couple singles in between to keep him relevant. He probably has dropped something, but nothing's really catching on for me either with Benny. Benny usually drops with like an EP or something just to keep the fans like content. Like, but I don't know. Nothing's really catching me from Benny either. I don't want, and I'm not saying Benny's falling off. It's just none of the projects so far is really hitting for me. The album was solid, but after the album, that hype kind of died down for me. None of the singles had longevity, and that's why honestly, Benny's not on my list. I see probably Bdott's probably trying to patch things up, fix the relationship between him and Griselda. But that's where I probably see he puts Benny on the list or puts somebody from Griselda on the list. But honestly, Benny hit the hype kind of died down for me this year, as far as what was happening in the top of the year. Schoolboy Q, I heard he had a solid album. Again, nothing connected with me. No Schoolboy Q song is like really like I can think of right now at the top of my head. Like, yo, you know that Schoolboy Q song? Nothing. Nothing trending on YouTube. No video moment that's like sticking out to me. Uh I don't know. Probably Bdott enjoyed something on his album, and I don't know, Schoolboy Q. And I do kind of have a New York bias because I'm not really checking for the West Coast as I used to. Don't get me wrong, I love the West Coast stuff. Honestly, you know what I've been rocking with more from the West Coast? The Hit Boy stuff, and Kendrick. That's about it. Big Hit, Kendrick. Key Glock, Key Glock just puts out them singles here and there that people catch on to, like the real Key Glock fans like lock onto. Um, Usually like a Key Glock song like that gets really popular, like I kind of catch on to it. But this year, nothing, no Key Glock is hitting for me. No Key Glocks, nothing's hitting. Um, Glow, Glow had that glow moment. That yeah, Glow that moment. Other than that, she did the finesse remix. It's solid. I didn't think she had a better. I mean, you can say that she had kind of the better verse of finesse, but I was trying to explain to B that finesse been popping before Glorilla. Obviously, that's why she got on the track, but I think it already had that kind of look. That's why she got on the track. It was popular with just Postman D-Lo. So I see it, but as bad as I want to not say it, Sexy Red had more of a presence for me on the female side of things. Uh, yeah. So this is my list. It's the Germs list. I got Kendrick at number one. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the ones on the battlefield for Drake, yo, fighting. Like they not like us didn't really hit like off the rip for me. But after a while, it grew on me, and I see it's definitely more of a vibe. You can't really play Family Matters in the club like you can play they not like us. It's a whole different vibe, whole different bounce. Like Kendrick really knew what he was doing with that one when he made that song. He gave it that bounce where he knew it was gonna have that vibe in the club and same time have fun. He had fun with it. He didn't get too serious, like like all the Drake's this is they're pretty serious. It's not like really him having fun, honestly. So yeah, Kendrick's number one, Drake number two. I got Drake at number two because he's still him. He's still the most consistent. Or if I mean he was the most consistent for 24 so far for me. If it's not Kendrick, it's him. Then you got Drake. He dropped like that, which set this whole situation. Like he put this whole situation on Front Street. He also dropped the second album. Future's just always consistent, always elite. Then me personally, I got Gunner over Cole. Bdott didn't have Gunner. Bdott didn't have Gunner on his list. I got Gunner on my list. This Gunna just been too consistent. I like the album. You got a couple songs I rock with. I like Proud of Them. I like WhatsApp. I like that's just two just coming off my head. There's another one, but he had the single in the beginning of the year that was popping. Yeah. So and Gunna's been consistent in his presence. He's always in the media. If they're not talking about his fitness, they're talking about just the case and just he's just always been relevant. You always see Gunna outside like doing his thing. So yeah, I definitely got Gunna on the list. Cole's definitely gonna be on the list. First person shooter just he just solidified his spot this year with first person shooter. He went crazy. And the album was pretty good. The album that he put out that he like deleted or well he deleted the diss track against Kendrick. That was pretty solid. If he didn't really back out of the fight like the way he did, I think that album would have had a little bit more it would have had a little bit more presence, a little bit more relevancy, I think, if he would have just stuck in the fight. So yeah, I'm not mad at Cole at 5 for me. Then I put Bossman D-Lo at 6. You gotta have Bossman D-Lo. Bossman D-Lo has probably been just as consistent as Drake this year. Like this is really a Bossman D-Lo year on the low. Stan, he put out a bunch of projects this year. Uh, when the what's the name? He got a bunch of singles from his other mixtape before the Mr. Beat the Road. I like the Mr. Beat the Road one. He had from before that. He had a couple songs on that last mixtape, the one that had the single on it, the main popular one. I had that shit on rotation. Oh, Getting With Me. When Getting With Me was the hottest song to start the year going in, you can still play Getting With Me right now, honestly. And Bossman D-Lo's still making some good music. So I rock with Bossman D-Lo. I want to give him his credit. I was been saying Bossman D-Lo. Watch soon, everybody's gonna be jacking Bossman D-Lo heavy. So yeah, so I got Bossman D-Lo at number 6. Number 7, I gotta give it to Cash Cobain. Cash Co Cash Cash Cobain, he got New York City in a frenzy right now. For sure is my shit. He been killing it with production. Uh, he been in media. He's been all over the place. Even Drake came to see Cash Cobain this year, early in the year. Cash Cobain been active, and he's still active now, doing music videos in the city. So I have Cash Cobain at number 7. Number 8, I gotta give it to June. I gotta give it to Larry June. Larry June been consistent. Um, Larry June just makes great music, and I think he deserves to be on this list at number 7. I'm not mad at that. Um, Honestly, I could put Sexy Red up. I could. I wouldn't be mad at putting Sexy Red at number 7, but I don't know. I just put it here just it's only right just to add Sexy Red in. Bdott didn't even have Sexy Red on his list. He don't really like Sexy Red. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sexy Red's not for everyone, but for the ladies, I think she's running pretty much that side of the game right now. She got the ladies in a chokehold. So shout out to Sexy Red at number 9 for me. Then to finish my list off, just to show some love to the drill, because drill stays consistent. But I put Chef G on my list. Chef G got some songs he got some good songs out that I seen been catching on social media. That situation with him and Trump, that was big. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man was like introducing Trump on his New York little campaign run. So that was a moment. That was a moment for Chef G. So shout out to him. And yeah, that's what I got. All right, so Celtics game 5. Celtics versus Mavs finals. Um, I got Celtics taking it. They getting the job done tonight. That's it. They put in. I don't want to hear nothing about Luca and Kyrie coming back, breaking a record or whatever. They not getting it done tonight. Celtics packing them up. We're gonna see Deuce recreating the probably Jason Tatum recreating the Kobe trophy moment. Hopefully, and I expect I expected the Celtics as a whole. I'm not gonna put it on this, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown gotta come out heavy. I just think just the way the Celtics are built as a team, no matter what's gonna happen, they gonna pick up each other's slack. So just the Celtics as a whole is gonna have a good game. They do what needs to be done to get the win. It's about winning plays now. They figured out the formula. It's not about just chucking up shots or just being indecisive, trying to force something and making turnovers. It's just about just acting like you've been there before, making the smart plays, um, playing for playing for one another, passing the ball, um, not blaming each other, not blaming the refs, not crying for calls, just playing tough, playing grown man basketball, and I think the Celtics gonna take Game 5. It's gonna be a good game. You know, a lot of people believe in Kyrie and Luca, so I think Kyrie and Luca's gonna put up a good fight tonight. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. At like Jalen Brown said before, like I don't think it's gonna be enough. Like I think KP might play tonight. I'm not sure, but if KP plays tonight, he's coming off a little injury, so he's not going to be 100%. But whatever that he could give them, I'm pretty sure would definitely be a big help um to get the win tonight. So I don't know. I don't think the Celtics. I mean, I don't think the Mavericks can pull off that comeback. It's impossible. It's never been done. I think the Mavericks need more of a defense. Personally, everybody's talking about how they blew out the Celtics last game, so that's gonna be an indicator. Like, yo, me personally, I think the Celtics just gave y'all that game so they could bring it back to Boston and just win in front of their home crowd and just just get that win in the Boston Garden in front of all their fans. Um, one of the top fan bases as far as like really and hated, one of the most hated fan bases and loyal fan bases, the Celtics. I think they deserve to see the trophy in the building, and I just feel like that's what they just took a little break. They Paul Pierce was talking about it earlier. Like they just they just they cooked up the steak. Now they just put it out on the table, let it cool off. Like you know what I mean. And now they're gonna turn up this game, and they're not gonna. They don't care about that Finals MVP stuff. They're just gonna play. Honestly, let the people who decide that, and they just gonna go out and get that W, get that chip, solidify them as the best team, which they were all year long, and I can't wait. I can't wait to tap in on that. It's gonna be a great game, and I get to see another finals championship team. And it's dope watching the Celtics too because we watched them like really grind it out these past couple years, um, striving to be the best, and I guess they paid their dues, and here they are. But yo, that's my Monday show, yo. It's the show, Jerm show. We're gonna start we're gonna try to be as consistent as we can with this. We're gonna try to be the Celtics of this, you heard? Shout out to my Nets though. You already know it's the show.